Previously on the Banner Saga.
I am the end, this world and this tapestry. I will devour. It is my purpose. But I cannot. I am incomplete because of you. Who are you to take my destiny? Return what is mine.
Juno?
The serpent said something about a long bridge.
Juno, she's alive. Rook, I need your help. Take me to Sigrholm. Juno is going to meet us there. So another great war has begun.
Don't. Enough. This fight cannot be won. We will all be gone someday, Ingvar. I ask this varl, all there is left in the world, to follow me and live another day. Who do you think they will choose? Do it and live. Take whoever will join you, and do not return to my city. The alliance of man and varl is through.
Hello guys and welcome, my name is Sethaerion and today we're gonna play another episode of the Banner Saga. You notice most of the varl pacing while others sleep. Their brief conversations with each other and other clansmen grow shorter and sharper.
Go away!
Roars one varl at a young girl asking him too many questions. All the clansmen stop and stare. Okay, let's see what options we got here. What is our choices? Break the tension by making a joke. I'm impressed you have kept it together this long. This is a bad choice. Send the varl ahead in the caravan to put some space between you. Or what is wrong with you, which I'm going to choose that. The giant explains.
We'll live in the north for its space. Endless miles of snow, ice, mountains, fields. Space to be alone, but here there is no time for such things.
Understanding slowly trickles through the caravan, relieving some of the tension. Well, that went well, I have to say, right? At least we calm a little bit this hot-headed varl, and that is good, in my opinion. It appears that large figures following from the direction of Inartoft, Leif watches intently before finally saying,
They have a cart. I can hear it.
You slow to get a better view and spy a small caravan of varl. Eventually they cut up. Well, I wonder who they might be.
Greetings, Ivor. It's been quite a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you, Ubin. Never imagined you to be one to defy the king. What made you leave? Someone had to.
What do you mean?
Below is heading this way. Already? How is that possible? A group of varl from Winter showed up around the back of Inartoft the long way. Below and his army chased them across the summer path, they said.
Past Winter? That doesn't make sense. Below was at the bridge.
He must have doubled back after that serpent appeared. While we fought on the bridge, he led half his forces around to approach Inartoft from behind.
The attack on the bridge was a feint?
Don't let anyone tell you the dredge are not clever. Inartoft will fall within a day. Maybe not. He's following you. I thought one of you might know why.
You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up.
Must be me then. Is there something I don't know? That's quite a grudge he's holding if he's coming for you, Ivor.
It doesn't matter. Our only chance is to get to Sigrholm. Juno will know what to do.
We will join you. I bring supplies and warriors, and my friend Gunnulf here bears a heavy sword. I believed he would be happy to swing it for you.
Oh, this story is getting better and better. We have Ubin and Gunnulf with us. That's good. But let's go to our camp. Oh, as I see, we have to talk to Ubin, so... I mean Gunnulf, so let's go and talk to him. Don't talk much, do you? You approach the massive green-clad varl, who is sitting quietly by himself, eating bread.
So?
Just wanted to know anyone who can cleave a dredge in two like that a little better. I'm Rook.
What? No. Ubin asked me to chop a dredge in two. I chop him.
Okay, let's ask him first. You like that sword, huh?
No. I love this sword. Given to me my old Skrymir himself. When I start working for Ubin, he says, I protect the king's collection. I protect the king.
Gandalf makes an expression somewhere between pain and frustration.
I couldn't save it though.
He makes a hand motion like an object falling from a tall height and exploding.
Mother-in-law at the time. I think it has mother now. Skrymir is dead anyway.
Okay. Let's ask about Ubin. Travel with Ubin for long?
Yes, long time. When I was young, I fight for another vow. It did not work out. But I learned to swing a sword. Ubin pays well, gives me plenty of things to kill. To be honest, maybe too many things these days.
Alright dude, whatever you say, but I have to keep up, so I will let you finish your meal.
Want to be friends with Gandalf, Rook?
He pops the last hunk of bread into his mouth.
Keep food in the cart.
Okay, thank you for the tip. So I have not to be run out of food, supplies, otherwise we're gonna lose Gandalf and we don't want that. And if you remember from the early parts, he's good, very good at multiple targets to swing his sword and do a lot of damage. The caravan stops at a split in the road. Ahead the path leading to Sigrholm veers off into the hills, which are now swimming with familiar black shapes. Dredge that way too? Grimace is even. The summer path leads straight to Sigrholm, while taking the main road will add several days.
They are every way by now,
Replies Subin.
I suggest we go around past Hogstop.
Okay, so how it's possible to go to Sigrholm then? Let's see what options we got. 7 scoots to see how dangerous the summer path looks, which is good as I see. Start cutting a path through the dredge, or go around past Hagthorpe. I think I should... It's very difficult choice here, guys, because our main goal for the moment is to go to Sigrholm to find Juno, but how are we gonna do that? I think I'm gonna send scouts to see how dangerous the summer path looks, just to have an info. You send 2 scouts, only 1 returns. I will put it this way, he says. We're not getting through that way. It's like they're emerging from the rock itself. Fight your way through regardless, take the main road past Hagthorpe. I don't have other choice as I see here, and that's too bad, because I really want to find Gina. I hate to say it, you tell Event, but I'm not willing to walk into swarms of dreads anymore. Juno will have to wait. You turn toward the long round around Hagthorpe instead, hoping you have saved lives in the process. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a vault surrounded by half a dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business! This varl killed my father without reason!" The varl is about to respond when a man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. No can do, I really want to hear both sides, so let us hear what the varl has to say. The varl shrugs as if unconcerned, saying,
This one's father and I had a business deal. He lied, now he's dead.
"Lies!" shouts the man. "You murder him over a lie, you coward!" The men weirdly attack the varl, who deflects them well enough, but you're uncertain of how long he can keep it up. Okay, so I think it's best to defend the varl. "Ivor," you say. We could use any varl with a good sword arm, couldn't we? He nods, readying his weapon. The men immediately back off. The prospect of fighting your entire army is utterly unappealing. They watch from a distance, shouting obscenities and something about injustice. The varl turns towards you.
Didn't need the help, but if I'm going to travel, it may as well be in the company of other varl.
He falls in line with the others, and you return to travel. Well, one more varl to us, and that's good, and 5 renown points, that's very good. Where are we heading off? What is there, exactly? Ah, you enter a village of miners, who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and sightings of threats in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. More mouths to feed, huh? So our options encourage them to join you, let them make their own decision, don't expand the caravan further, which I'm going to select that. I know there are people that they have needs, but I have needs also, and I need Ganalf with us. We need to keep the food. So, the words stick in your throat when you tell the townspeople you won't be able to take any more into the caravan. They look disappointed but understand, planning to hold out as long as they can. Too bad for them, I know. But unfortunately I can't help everyone, so let's just use some rest here. Need to spend some days and some food supplies, but I already bought some just to have more days till we starving, till the starvation comes, and keep up to our traveling. Look at that, shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch dredge pulling into the village. It just passed through.
I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive,
says Alet, but you have your doubts.
They're coming,
says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over. Then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Need, the archery student of Leif's, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples.
That's incredible.
Says Odleif, squinting.
But we should get out of here.
Nice shots, Need. But I guess Odleif is right, so let's go. But why don't you come with us the next time you want to try out that bow? You tell Need, who nods a smile on her face. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple wagons and pretend you never even stopped here. Well, dude, I'm not afraid of you, that's for sure. I have also a bigger things to do. I have to face more dredge, and I already faced dredge before. So, I'm gonna say, how about you leave what you got instead? Let's be a badass for a second. The counter-offer takes the leader by surprise for a moment.
We don't have time for this nonsense,
hisses Odleif, losing an arrow before anyone can react, and the brigand leader falls over in a spray of blood. Something sinister in the way Kramer laughs about these eternal events convinces the rest of the brigands to give up on their errand and beat a hasty retreat.
I like your girl, Rook,
he says, to which Odleif gives him a dirty look. Oh no, ew, stop please, come on. The Godstone of Dunder passes around you. In the frozen climates here, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you have passed through.
I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night,
says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing.
With all the snow around it, dredge might not even be able to find us.
Well, I agree with you, Ivor, but first let me have some time to inspect the Godstone. But move on afterward. Oh damn it, I really want to inspect the Godstone. Well, I have to do it. I really want to learn the history of varl, so I'm gonna do it. Or otherwise we can stay here overnight, but what the heck, let's do that. Along each strand of Dunder's massive bird is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. What? Anyway, while the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them birds, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to learn the history of varls, how they created and stuff like that. After a short break, you get the people back on their feet. If the weather changes, we may suddenly find ourselves freezing to death up here, you say. There's some wisdom to your words, and so the caravan continues on. Well, sorry about that, Ivor, but thank goodness that I didn't hear you.
Well, my skin is more tough than yours, human.
Well, I guess you're right, Ivor. But think about it. If we stay overnight, only 61 varls will be alive till the next morning. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' riches are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone, and archers are carry on and put up with it, try to address the major issues, try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles, form a council to handle these problems, or split the caravan. Well, to form a council it will take some time, so let's try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. I think that is the best we can do. Firewood collection, scouting, gathering of edibles, weapons training, and wagon repair keep your clansmen busy and usually too tired to complain. The chores slow the caravan, but the resulting peace and productivity feels worth it. Oh, that's cool. And we got 15 more supplies. And that is good. Ganalf is happy. All the people here are happy with the food. And we reach our destination, as I say. In the distance, Hagstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here you can see black figures stumbling through it.
That looks like a dead town,
Remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions.
There's usually survivors.
Oddleif reminds you. And we have checked it out, just in case. There's no time, keep moving. I'm sorry, Ivor, but I believe I have to choose what Oddleif reminds me. So let's just check it out, just in case. Maybe we can find some survivors here. Why not? Let's hope that we did the right thing.
I hope others will do the same for me. Dreads are nothing we haven't faced before.
Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing.
Besides, it might throw me lower off the scent a bit.
You head a day's march out toward Hagstorp. As soon as you have stepped foot in the small town, you think you have made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments the dreads are upon you, as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. Alright, we're back to action. But guys, I'm gonna do the same thing like the previous episode of the Banner Saga in the battles to make it shorter somehow. So we're back in a sec. This town is nothing but ghosts, and now covered in more dredge bodies too. Remarkably, as you are about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market stall, with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself, as if nothing were wrong, and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. Well, I hope this old fella will be okay with us now. And as I say, we'll have an open conversation with Need, and that will be interesting. Let's go and see what she has to say.
I don't know if we've spoken. I'm Need. You're Rook, I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them?
Every day I pass people I swear I have never seen before.
I wanted to thank you for letting me join you.
Where are you from? I don't think you are from Skogr. I knew most of the people there.
No, I had a house in Frostfell, but we were driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields.
I'm sorry.
Ikil's men killed my husband. Now Ikil is traveling with us. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to leave? Why did you decide for the rest of us?
You look away momentarily, not sure what to say.
But I've let it go. I have 3 sons, and I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you.
Have you always been such a good sort?
Honestly, I never even tried before Oddleif made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning.
Oddleif's good, but I don't think it was all her doing.
It feels right. I just look where I wanted to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems. Sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful.
You're welcome. I shall be going.
Don't think anything of it. We all have our problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something.
She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. Alright, that was all the time that I got for this episode. If you wanna see more of this game, let me know by commenting below and leaving a like. Thank you all so much for watching. So until next time everybody, take care, bye bye.